guys, my name is Steve Brayton. In this video, I'm going to share with you guys 3 things that you could be overlooking while doing build legs in this program. And then of course, I'm going to share with you my weekly results. Did I meet my goal and get under 10%? Alright guys, so let's dive right into this, shall we? Because if you guys liked my last video, I encourage you guys to keep following these videos because I am going to be touching on every single workout in Body Beast because honestly, there is so many things while I'm doing this program that I have learned that really made some huge differences in my results, which I want to share with you guys. And obviously, I don't want to do one huge long-ass video, hours long, talking about every single workout in one video. So I'm going to break it up. And last video I talked about chest and tris in the build phase. This video I'm going to talk about build legs and so on and so forth. I'm going to talk about literally every single workout that Body Beast has to offer. So stay tuned, you guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and follow these videos because seriously, you guys, these are things that will absolutely make or break your results if these things are not done in your workouts. So the first thing I'm going to just say is obviously failure. This is something I'm going to talk about in literally every single one of these videos. Failure is so important, you guys, because there's way too many people that come and do this program and I'm not seeing results, or I don't feel like I got my heart rate up high enough. I don't feel like I'm sweating like I did in cardio. I tell you what, if you are doing your reps correctly and you're lifting the right amount of weights and you're pushing yourself to failure, all that stuff that you said you're not getting, you're gonna get. You know, it's like a completely different workout if you are pushing your weights. You have got to make sure that you are going up in weight at least every other week in all your moves. You have to push yourself like a crazy person. You're lifting, you're fighting against gravity, you're fighting for change, and that shit ain't gonna happen if you keep doing the same shit. You can't keep doing the same things and expect change. It's just that simple when it comes to weightlifting. So it is very important that you're getting to failure. So when you're going for 8 reps, if you hit 8 reps, time to go up in weight, you know? But like I always kind of preach in all my videos, as long as you're hitting 6 reps, boom, you picked a perfect weight. Use that weight next time and then keep using it until you hit that 8 reps, you know, and then go up in weight. Now, if you hit 8 reps, keep going until failure, make a note, and then next time make damn sure that you go up in weight. Maybe go up twice as much in weight if you really knocked it out of the park and did 12 instead of just 8. You know, don't just go up 5 pounds, maybe go up 10 pounds if you went that much over your 8 reps. So I hope that kind of makes sense. But seriously, you need to incorporate that kind of stuff in all these workouts, not just legs, but literally every workout if you really want to see results in any of these workouts. So be sure to record your weights. So again, that is going to be something that I am going to stress in every single one of these videos because if you're not going to failure and you do all this other stuff, even all this other stuff ain't going to do shit if you're not going to failure. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I want to make sure I mention this in literally every single one of my videos. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk to you about is, are you going low enough in your moves? Especially during legs, it's really easy, you guys, to not go low enough. It feels like you're going low enough, but you're not. You don't know if you are unless you got a mirror, really. I mean, unless obviously you can look down, but chances are you're not looking down when you're doing your moves, you're looking up. So that's why it's really important to have a mirror, because you don't have to sit there and, how am I looking, you know? And yeah, so make sure that you're going low enough in all your moves. Your leg muscles are no different than any other muscle. You need to have that full range of motion in order to benefit from the move. It's like if you don't go low enough in your squat, that's like doing a half arm curl. You know, that's like doing an arm curl like this. No, you got to go all the way down and up, all the way down and up, you know? And if you're not doing that correctly, again, it's only like doing a half arm curl, you know? So you got to make sure that you are doing your full range of motion and go as low as you possibly can. Rule of thumb, you want to have your legs bent at about 90 degrees, but even if you can go even just a little bit lower, do it. But that's my tip number one regarding this program, or this workout specifically, because that is so overlooked. And honestly, I still, to this day, catch myself not going low enough while I'm doing legs. So make sure that you are going low enough in all your moves when it comes to legs especially. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is a word that I kind of made up, but it's called SPES. S-P-E-S. S as in Sam, P as in Paul, E as in execute, S as in slappy. Samsonite, slappy, sorry, Dumb and Dumber quote. Anyways, yeah, so SPES, S-P-E-S. What does that stand for? So S, you want to go slow down in your move, not like super slow, but slower, you know, and then pause at the bottom, not for like a long freaking time, like I would say like a second, you know, or two, whatever. And then E would be for explode. You want to explode up out of your move. And then S is squeeze at the top. So if you can remember SPES, you kind of have that in your head. And then I would even recommend, I have it written down for my wife actually, so because I kind of help her too when she's doing squats, because she does tons of squats. So I always make sure that I kind of like drill that into her brain, because it's really important to remember that stuff. So again, SPES. S stands for slow on the way down. P stands for pause at the bottom. E stands for explode up. And S stands for squeeze at the top. Now, before you go on your move, be sure to make sure that your feet are parallel. Having them too far apart or too far in, it's actually going to do some damage. It's going to do more damage than good. It's actually going to be a little bit awkward on your hips, and it can actually have negative effects on you long term if you're doing this program as long as I have, like the last 28 rounds. I've been doing the program for like literally years, hence why I'm doing all these videos with you guys. I got a lot of shit that I learned throughout doing this program so many damn times, so that's why I'm doing this. So anyways, yeah, so before you do the SPES, I would make sure that your feet are parallel, okay? And make sure that you're like shoulder width apart. And make sure that when you go down and you're doing your reps, make sure all your weight is on your heel. So that was a lot of information, so I'm going to say it just one more time. I would even recommend writing this down right now if you want. So here we go. So before you walk up to the bar or the squat rack or picking up the dumbbells, you want to make sure your feet are parallel, shoulder width apart. Make sure all the weight is on your heel throughout the entire move. Make sure that the front of your feet are just there to kind of like help you to balance. And then keep that SPES in mind. Again, SPES stands for S, slow on the way down. P, pause at the bottom. E, explode up. S, squeeze at the top like a motherfucker. Okay? That's it. That's what's going to get you results. If you do that every single move and really think about that shit through every single one of your moves, I promise you guys that is going to transform the shit out of your workout. So be sure to incorporate that shit. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you about is bar versus dumbbells. This is a huge, very, very popular question. A lot of people have limited equipment, which I totally get. When you do legs, you can lift a lot of weight. So a lot of people, they're trying to find ways to get to failure. I understand, like some people are having a hard time getting to failure because they don't have this shit tons of equipment, you know, like say if they had dumbbells. Now, here's my suggestion. Everything that I just talked to you about when it comes to specs, I challenge you to try that and then come back to this video or ask me a question in the comments section, email me, whatever. But I honestly think that if you incorporate that stuff and you start really doing these moves correctly, if you're not, then you might not need more weight, you know? So, you know, maybe dumbbells, what you have right now, is fine. Now, can you use a bar? Abso-frickin-lutely. Once you surpass the amount of weight that you have maybe with dumbbells, if you have plates, then yes. If you have to use plates and a bar to get to failure and actually do a real squat with the bar on your shoulders, then yes, I would definitely recommend doing that. In fact, eventually, when I get back to where back to my old results, I'll be using the bar instead of dumbbells because I only have dumbbells that go up to 75 pounds. And obviously, I can do a lot more than that, so that's why I have been using the squat rack, or I have in the past. Not yet, just because I am still recovering from that motocross accident. My legs aren't exactly as strong as they used to be. So I'm taking my time with all this stuff before I go up in weight. And remember, you guys, this is not a race. And I tell my wife this too, I tell my team this, that it's really important to understand that form over quantity. You know, you want to make sure that your form is absolutely perfect. You know, keep that stuff in mind and make sure. Oh, another thing that I forgot to mention that is extremely important when you're squatting, add this to your notes if you haven't, or if you have written this stuff down, but make sure that you keep your knee behind your toes. A lot of people, when they go down their squats, their knee is way over the toes, and that is going to absolutely destroy your knees. And this goes with all moves, you guys. You have to keep your knee back and keep it from going over your toes. Otherwise, you seriously are going to do some damage on your knees. Me personally, I have not knee damage, but I have bad knees, you know, so I have to be really careful doing legs because of that reason, you know. So, and that's another reason too as to why I'm taking my time, you know, going up in weight, especially when it comes to legs. Unfortunately, it sucks. But it's not worth wrecking my shit, you know, and pushing too hard too fast. But make sure before you go up in weight that you are mastering all that stuff that I just talked about when it comes to SPES, S-P-E-S. You want to make sure that you guys keep that stuff in mind. So to kind of like dumb it down a little bit as far as bar versus dumbbells, you can absolutely use a bar if you don't have enough weight in dumbbells. So, you know, obviously getting plates and a bar is a lot less expensive than investing, like for me, for instance, if I wanted 75 to 100 pound dumbbells, that's going to be, I don't even know. I think I looked it up before. It's right around $1,200. You know, you're not going to spend even close to that if you get a bar and some plates. So obviously it's a cheaper route. So, you know, if you have to invest, you guys, do it. You know, I know it sucks to spend the money sometimes, you know, but ultimately, you know, if you guys are struggling to like hit failure, you know, the one thing that's awesome about weights is that it's a one-time buy, you guys. I mean, you will buy it one time and you will never have to buy it ever again. Shit, I mean, you could have that shit running down through the family for generations. Weights aren't going to go bad, you know, like they'll be there forever, you know. So if you're a kick-ass parent, you know, and your kids are watching you work out, maybe when they grow up one day, maybe they'll take the equipment over or whatever, you know, or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, the weights are always going to be there, you know. So, you know, it sucks doing that upfront cost, but say $300, you know, that's a one-night stay at a nice hotel, you know. Like, we find money for the things that we want. That literally is the truth. And you guys probably know that. But seriously, I recommend, ultimately, if you're still struggling to get to failure, invest in some weights. So those are the three things that I got for you guys as far as build legs go. There's a shit ton of stuff, other things that I could talk about regarding this particular workout. But obviously, I don't like these videos to be too long because I have to share with you guys my results yet. So again, if you want to do this one-on-one with me and join like a team of like people that are all doing this program and possibly other programs, but if you are wanting to be just part of a team and just get these questions kind of like answered and you want like a little bit more support, that door is always open. You guys know that if you guys have been following me. I always share that with you guys at the end of my videos, giving you the link, teambeasthaven.com. So be sure that at any time, if you guys want to do this with me, one-on-one, and get this kind of support, motivation, all that good stuff, meal planning, help, all that stuff. If you guys want that support, again, door is always open. So now let's talk about my results. Did I get under 10% body fat? I have some great news. I did get under 10% body fat, but barely. I came in at 9.9% body fat. I'll take it. I'm excited as shit. I feel great. My jeans, I'm back to the old belt hole that I used to be in when I was, well, I'm about one more belt loop away from where I was when I did the competition. When I'm talking about belt loop, you guys know what I'm talking about. A belt, you know, like those little holes, you know. There's one belt. I think you guys can relate to this for you men out there, you know, like you guys keep your belt for like fucking probably 20 years. I've had the same belt for like literally, I don't even know, 15 years or some shit. But anyways, there's that one hole, and I think you guys can relate to this, but there's that one hole. It's like, shit, I haven't been to this one since fucking 10 years ago, you know? It feels good. So when you guys are wearing your belt, you know, like use that as a measuring tool, because I do. And just like last week, I got down to a belt hole that I haven't been down to since like the last time I competed. So I'm like really feeling good and excited that I'm just able to like just fit in everything again, you know, like my shirts are tight in all the right spots, you know, instead of my midsection, you know, and you know, I barely feel my t-shirt anymore rubbing on my stomach, you know, because my chest sticks out, right? That's how it should be. You know, your chest should stick out farther than your stomach, so your shirts and just everything that you wear, all your outfits, whatever, you rock it, you know, and it just feels good. And I'm sure all you guys can relate to that, you know, men and women, you know. It just feels good to be in shape, you guys, and just the energy and just everything that comes along with it, you guys. I say this a lot too, but I don't do this just for, oh, look cool, you know. I do it because I seriously I'm obsessed with how I feel when I'm in shape. That's why I'm excited to get back in shape with you guys. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys in this video. This is where I'm at again currently. This is literally where I was only a little over 3 months ago. And now this is where I am currently. That's ridiculous. I did that in a little over 3 months, you know. This shit ain't rocket science, you guys. Like, it all comes down to nutrition, consistency, and just, yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, just consistency, get your nutrition on point, and don't expect perfection starting out with anything that you do. That's one of the biggest things that people struggle with when they first enter into my team. They want to do everything right out of the gates, and it just doesn't work that way, you guys. You have to accept that it will take time to like get the hang of eating good, you know, and everything, you know, workouts, you know, and just learning proper form, you know. There's so much things that you have to kind of like keep in mind, and it's a lot, you know. So just the main thing that you need to concentrate on being perfect is your consistency with your workouts, which is what I help people with first when they enter into my team. And honestly, it's a good thing because a lot of guys come in. There's very few guys that come in and are able to like just work out consistently, you know, and that's the easy part. So that's why I'm not going to tell somebody like, say, hey, work out, oh, you're not working out, you know, and oh yeah, you got to do this meal plan. This is how much of this you need. This is how much of that you need, you know, so get your workout in and then we'll talk about that, you know. Jesus, I mean, you can't do that shit, you know. And even if you're not a part of my team, go into it kind of like how I bring people into my team, you know, like take it one step at a time, you know, get your workouts done, get consistent with your workouts. Don't even worry about food right away. Just get consistent with your workouts, you know, that's it, you know, and then learn as you go with food too. Don't try to like do all this crazy ass research about what to eat to try to make your very first meal prep perfect. That ain't gonna happen. And even if you do, you're gonna stress yourself out. It's a learn as you go. Just get some shit in a container, get in the habit of meal prepping like you did with your workouts, you know? And those are little baby steps that I take people through in my team. I actually have phases set in place, you know, so it's very easy for people to know what to do next when they come inside my team. That's why I have those phases, you know, because it is overwhelming, you know? So that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Again, if you guys want to join me and really turn your life around and become a badass, man, and really get shredded, you could probably, if you joined now, you could be shredded by the time summer comes around. I mean, you got plenty of time still. So if that's you, great. But just do know this. Do not fill out my questionnaire, please, unless you are ready to fully commit. So if you have questions about what my group is all about, things like that, email me first at steve@ucfitness.com. Ask those questions first. That questionnaire is only for people that are willing to go all in and get started right away. So make sure that you get those questions answered first. So if you have any hesitation, don't fill out the questionnaire. Only fill out the questionnaire when you are freaking ready to kick some ass and get started with your workouts and just everything that I help people with. I need you to go in full bore, hit the ground running, let's do this kind of attitude. That's the kind of people I'm looking for to join my team, Team Beast Haven. So if that's not you, that's okay. Keep following these videos and learn things as you go, and then when you're ready, then hit me up. But again, hold off on filling out that questionnaire until you are absolutely 100% ready to go all in. Because I do like to spend most of my time helping my team because there's just so many things going on in there right now. I like to put most of my time there, hence why I only do one video with you guys a week. So, but yeah, that's all I got for you guys in this video. Until the next time, we'll talk to you guys later.